The way I see it, we have three options. Be misinformed by listening to the headlines, uninformed by not taking time to learn, or be informed on what's happening in the housing market. On this month's edition of First to Know, Greater Denver metro area, Justin Martin, I'm excited to tell you what's happening in real estate, where's inventory going and pricing, so that way you can decide, is now a good time to buy, sell, or invest. So stick around and we'll go through what's really happening on this month's edition of First to Know. Well, thanks for sticking around. Let's dive right into what happened with the average closed price and median closed price month over month, which you can see from 778,000, which was previously 799. The average closed price was decreased by 2.7%. Now, year over year, we're still up almost 13%, but overall, the average closed price has decreased. There's some factors for that, which I'll talk about here, and it's not that home values are going down, it's we're in an adjustment period of what opportunities exist for some buyers and sellers at the current moment. And so as you look at the same process or what happened for condo closed prices, is the median closed price and average closed price for condos decreased by over 5% month over month as well. Now, as you look at those supply, this is the reason for it. You can see in one singular month, we saw an increase of 10% more active listings on the market, while we saw a decrease of 20% new listings coming to the market. So as we've seen over the last 2 months, which year over year is up 34% active listings, what that has caused is some homes to sit, and we saw premature price reductions in the month of May and June, leading to lower month over month average closed price. You're going to see that change because as we enter more of a normalized market, people will not be making that reactive adjustment like we saw while there was a lot of active inventory sitting on the market when the rates rose over 2% in 90 days, as well as what we saw from that of the premature price reductions because the lack of marketing or market intelligence on what was happening in the pricing of the properties. So let's dive into pending listings. You can see was also down 10%. So we were up on 10% more active inventory in a singular month. We were down on the amount of contracted homes or pending properties, which led to a rise in our months of supply to 1.5. Now here's what's interesting, and this is where I want the focus of this First to Know edition to be, is remember, we need to continue to watch months of inventory, and the reason why is because that supply dictates what type of market we're in. Remember, anything below 4 months of inventory is an extreme seller's market, meaning very advantageous from a time frame to get a home sold compared to, and a lot of people have forgotten what these markets are like. As you look at though 6 to 8 months of market inventory is a buyer's market, which very few people really want to be in that type of market. So as you can see, in January, February, and March from this graph in months supply of listing, we were at about 0.2, 0.3 months of inventory. That's why the extreme nature of what was happening had to occur, is because even with pent-up demand with low rates, we just had absolutely no inventory available on how fast homes were available to be contracted. And so as you can see, we last year were at 1 month of inventory at this time. Last month we were at 1.3, and you've noticed now we saw another jump in about 0.2 months of inventory. Now, at the same time, we're most likely going to see that start to normalize in September, October, November when there's less inventory coming to the market. So this month's supply of listings was also due to the high amount of people that put their home on the market in reaction to the change in the market in May, June, and July. So we're going to start to see a normalization, which really brings us back to a 2017, 2018 market here in Colorado, maybe 2019, when we started to see a decline in that of our inventory going into the pandemic. So what does this mean though? This means it's a great time for buyers, sellers, not so much investors unless you're long-term investing, to get back into the market and take advantage of the current conditions that make them negotiable for both buyers and sellers. This is a great opportunity, and you'll still see it probably for about another month of the adjustment period where you are seeing some more opportunity for buyers due to the fact that the adjustment period is difficult for sellers who committed to selling at this time period. But you'll start to see over the next couple months a normalization, and if for any reason we continue to see higher rates of months of supply to continue to rise, that will be an indicator of the market not normalizing to our expectations, meaning that in Colorado, our expectations most likely will be to be hovering around that 2 months of inventory, which is a great market for home price appreciation continue to gain or rise, as well as the buyers to see the cooling off, to have options and opportunity to contract properties in the locations, the size, and the condition of homes that you're hoping to be able to find now that there's more availability on the market. As you can see, the average days in MLS was only 13. Extremely low, meaning if priced right, you should receive that contract now within about 2 weeks. And you'll also see the closed price to list price has dramatically decreased again down to 100.1%, meaning your pricing strategy, what you list at is most likely what you're going to get. So you shouldn't list too low, you shouldn't list too high, you should play the marketing, the market intelligence, and use this data in your pricing. And if you're priced appropriately for the current market, which is not 90 days ago, it's this month, meaning using this first to know information and the homes that went under contract is the current market for anybody thinking about selling this month or next. So again, in an adjustment market, we can't look 6 months back. We have to adjust month by month by month until we start to see a normalized market, which we're hoping to see here in the next 90 days. I'll keep you updated month in and month out on what's happening locally, as we are on the first to know, but also mid-month, I'll keep you updated on keeping current matters, national housing market update, and what the top experts are predicting is going to happen overall in the national housing market. I'll keep you updated what's happening locally. So from me to you, as always, thanks for giving me some time. Absolutely love providing you information so that way you are informed to make good decisions. And if you want to spend a little bit more time talking about this, please reach out. I'll connect you with the top experts across the nation and here locally. Always excited to help you with your decision making.